This video is sponsored by Shortboxed, the easiest and safest way to buy and sell comic books, both raw and graded. Download the app today using the link in the description.
Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to count down the top 10 most purchased books on the Shortboxed app in the month of December. And I have a little bit of good news for the DC fans out there. Because of a special promotion that was done by Shortboxed, 2 DC books have managed to crack the top 10, and we are going to run it down next. Stay tuned because I'm also going to tell you how you can win a $100 credit from my friends over at Shortboxed. With that said, the number 10 book on the list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, issue number 1, published by IDW in 2020. This oversized comic from Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz was pretty well received by fans, so I'm pleasantly surprised to see this book crack the top 10. Number 9 is Batman Adventures issue number 12. This comic is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in a standard comic, and as a result, it is also a must-have for any Harley Quinn fan. I'm honestly surprised that we don't see this book pop up more often because it is a fantastic comic, no doubt about it. Number 8 is New Mutants issue number 98. This book is no stranger to the list. This comic, of course, is the first appearance of Deadpool, Copycat, and Gideon. Deadpool 3 is expected to hit theaters this summer, and I have a feeling that we will be seeing this book every single month for the foreseeable future. Number 7 is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 8, published by Marvel Comics in 1980. This comic is the origin of the black costume that later bonds with Eddie Brock to become Venom. This comic is also the second appearance of Julia Carpenter, aka Spider-Woman. Number 6, Venom Lethal Protector issue number 1, published by Marvel Comics in 1993. This comic is the first solo series featuring the aforementioned Venom. Number 5 is X-Men issue number 1 from the 90s. This is an incredibly popular comic, so much so that it was the number 1 sold comic on the entire Shortboxed app for 2023. That's how popular this book is, and that's also technically how many copies are out there and exchanging hands. I also have to mention that this is the best-selling comic of all time with 8.1 million copies sold, and I'll even go so far out on a limb to say that this record will never be broken. I also want to give you an opportunity to win a $100 credit from my friends over at Shortboxed. To get in the running, all you have to do is to leave a substantive comment behind on the video. I will randomly be picking a winner and announcing that winner on an upcoming live stream. You can use that $100 credit to purchase raw or graded comics directly from the Shortboxed app. Good luck. Number 4 is the often homaged Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300. This comic is the first full appearance of Venom created by Todd McFarlane and David Michelinie. In all honesty, I have never been a huge fan of Venom, and it wasn't until Volume 4, written by Donny Cates, that I became a fan because I was able to see Eddie Brock Venom become a 3-dimensional character. Number 3 on the list is Batman Spawn, published by DC Comics in 2022. This book is the third Batman Spawn crossover and features a first appearance of an alternative universe version of the Talon from the Court of Owls. Number 2, Something is Killing the Children issue number 1 from Boom Studios. This is one of the few independent comics that makes an occasional appearance on various top 10 lists, which actually speaks volumes to how good this title is. And the number 1 book sold on the Shortboxed app in the month of December is SpiderMan issue number 1 from 1990. This comic was written and drawn by Todd McFarlane and is honestly a 90s comic staple that remains popular to this day. This book had a pretty high run across the various covers, but maintains a decent value at a 9.8. So there you have it. That is the top 10 countdown, but I also wanted to give you some insight into what's happening with the publishers overall. So yes, we look at individual transactions, we look at the volume, but we also roll it up to the different publishers, and there have been some interesting shifts. For example, Marvel's market share grew from 66% in November to 68% in December when looking at all transactions on the Shortboxed app. During this same period, DC's market share decreased from 18% to 15% of all transactions. Image maintained its 5% share month over month. The additional 1% that DC lost actually shifted to all other publishers not named Marvel, DC, or Image. And I think that might have been driven by Boom Studios' Something is Killing the Children. So definitely some interesting shifts that are happening with the publishers that I wanted to make you all aware of. It'll be interesting to see how this looks moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, I want to encourage you to give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to do so now. And if you want to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. Before I wrap up this video, I want to let you all know that I'm going to be appearing at Shortboxed Live 2024. The con is taking place Sunday, May 5th from 11 to 5 at the Santa Clara Convention Center in Santa Clara. As part of this event, Shortboxed is going to be giving away 500 limited edition t-shirts to the first 500 people that buy tickets. There's a link down in the description. Check it out.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combination.